Alright, welcome to part 9. Now look, I know that was a lot to take in, and I know that some of you are still possibly somewhat confused, especially if you have not followed my other videos. But in this short amount of time, what I just said would take up multiple hours to really talk about in full and explain. But what we're talking about is a linear timeline that I'm trying to move through and show you a movement through time that's going to take place from the distant past to where we are now. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to kind of just move right on along. But I do want to I want to give you more information. I don't want to just leave you hanging. So what I have here is Psalm 82 verses 6 through 7. And what this is going to do is reveal in scriptural form from the Bible what I have just told you, and then we'll break it back down. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes. That's an incredible passage. Now basically what this is stating is rematerialized mortals from what we would deem heaven, sent to earth to usher in civilization, but rebellion claimed over half of them, becoming Anunnaki, also reveals the princes. These are 37 in number, making up the galactic Fed of light. Now our planet is the 38th. Now what I told you was, in some of my earlier videos, is that Lucifer, Satan, and the devil are three separate beings. Lucifer is the one who was in rule of this portion of the universe. Satan was his first lieutenant. And as you know, the Bible states that Lucifer was perfect in all his ways and until iniquity was found in him. So such a perfect being was doing something, and what he was doing was watching over this portion of the universe until Michael completed his bestowal mission on this planet and was known and called as Jesus Christ. So what you have to understand is that each inhabited planet has a planetary prince. Our planet has one of these princes, making up 38 in total of this leagued together nation or leagued together group of planetary nations called the Galactic Federation of Light. Those are all the rebel worlds. So let's get back to this verse again, because I know that still sounded incredible. It says, I have said ye are gods. Now we're talking about the sons of God. And all of you are children of the Most High. Well, as you know from my other videos, that the Most Highs rule in the affairs of men. Search it through your concordance and you'll see what I'm saying. So when he says that ye are gods and all of you are children of the Most High, it's stating that these are people that have passed through the gates of heaven, which in this instance would be the Most High, being the children of the Most High. They've passed through the gates of heaven. Well, these are those ones that are known as the sons of God. They have lived a life, ascended to heaven. Well, now they're going to come to earth. In our instance, they've come to earth, but it's been declared that they're going to die like men, because these are those that have rebelled. Out of the original 100 that came to our planet that were sons of God, 50 male and 50 female, 60 of them went into rebellion. 40 of them did not rebel. So there was this faction of good ones that were still left on this planet, which further confuses history. Now back to this line. But ye shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes. Well, remember that Christ had beheld Lucifer falling like a star from heaven. Well, Lucifer in this instance is being to be equated with the devil, the prince of this world. Fall like one of the princes is telling you that there's plural princes, in other words, plural inhabited worlds, and plural rebel leaders. Thank you for listening.